Welcome to Biography with Plutarch, where we delve into the lives of remarkable individuals, exploring the intricacies of their character, the choices that shape their destiny, and the timeless lessons they impart to us. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey through the life of Coco Chanel, the visionary fashion designer who revolutionized the world of haute couture and left an indelible mark on modern style. As we step into the world of Coco Chanel, we find ourselves in the picturesque town of Saumur, France, where the rolling hills and tranquil riverside setting belie the hardships that lay ahead for this young girl. Born Gabrielle Bonheur Chanel on August 19, 1883, Coco's early life was marked by a complex tapestry of struggles, resilience, and determination. Her mother, Jeanne Deval, a laundrywoman with a kind heart and a strong work ethic, and her father, Albert Chanel, a street vendor with a charming smile and an entrepreneurial spirit, struggled to provide for their family amidst the socio-economic upheavals of late 19th century France. The Industrial Revolution had brought about significant changes in the French landscape, creating new opportunities for urban employment, but also exacerbating poverty and social inequality. The Chanel family, like many others, found themselves navigating a precarious existence, with Albert's nomadic lifestyle as a street vendor often keeping him away from home, leaving his wife to care for their 5 children alone. The couple's meager earnings were barely enough to put food on the table, and the weight of responsibility fell heavily on Jean's shoulders. Tragedy struck when Coco was just 6 years old. Her mother passed away, leaving her father to care for the young family. This devastating loss would have a profound impact on Coco's life, shaping her worldview and informing her values in ways she could hardly have imagined at the time. The absence of her mother's nurturing presence and guidance would create a sense of vulnerability and self-reliance that would stay with Coco throughout her life. In the aftermath of Jean's passing, Albert Chanel's already tenuous grip on stability began to slip further. He would often leave his children in the care of relatives or friends as he traveled from town to town, selling his wares and seeking new opportunities. This peripatetic lifestyle meant that Coco and her siblings were constantly uprooted, never staying in one place long enough to form lasting connections or build a sense of belonging. It was during this tumultuous period that Coco's paternal grandparents, who lived in the charming town of Moulins, central France, stepped in to provide a semblance of stability and comfort. Her grandfather, a kind and gentle man with a quick wit and a generous heart, would become a significant influence on Coco's early life. He instilled in her a sense of independence and self-reliance, teaching her the importance of resourcefulness and adaptability in the face of uncertainty. Under her grandfather's guidance, Coco began to develop a strong sense of self, learning to navigate the complexities of her own emotions and to trust her instincts. She spent hours listening to his stories, which were filled with wisdom, humor, and a deep understanding of human nature. These stories would later influence Coco's approach to fashion design, as she sought to create garments that not only reflected her customers' personalities, but also told a story of their own. As Coco entered her pre-teen years, she began attending a local convent school where the strict rules and routines provided a sense of structure and discipline that was sorely lacking in her home life. The nuns at the convent, with their kind faces and firm hands, taught Coco the fundamentals of fashion design, from sewing and needlework to pattern making and textiles. Although her early education was limited, Coco demonstrated a keen eye for detail and a natural talent for creating beautiful garments. The years spent in the convent had a profound impact on Coco's worldview. She learned to appreciate the value of hard work, discipline, and self-sufficiency, qualities that would serve her well as she navigated the challenges of her future career. The convent's emphasis on order, precision, and attention to detail also instilled in Coco a sense of determination and perseverance, traits that would stay with her throughout her life. As Coco entered her teenage years, she began to develop a strong sense of individuality and creativity. She would often sneak into the local theater to watch performances, where she became enamored with the world of entertainment and spectacle. The theater's opulent decorations, the actors' elaborate costumes, and the audience's collective energy all captivated Coco, inspiring her to explore the boundaries between fashion, art, and performance. This early exposure to the performing arts would later influence Coco's approach to fashion design, as she sought to create garments that were both beautiful and empowering. She envisioned clothing that would liberate women from the constraints of corsets and bustles, allowing them to move freely and confidently through the world. This vision would become a hallmark of her designs as she revolutionized the fashion industry with her modernist aesthetic and her commitment to female empowerment. The formative years of Coco Chanel's life were marked by a complex interplay of influences: the hardships of poverty, the discipline of convent life, and the creative spark of the theater. These early experiences would shape her character, inform her values, and ultimately pave the way for her rise as one of the most iconic figures in modern fashion. As Coco Chanel entered her early 20s, she began to forge a path that would lead her away from the convent strictures and into the vibrant world of Parisian cabarets and music halls. The city was alive with the sound of laughter, music, and the soft glow of gas lamps that lined the streets. It was here, amidst the city's dazzling spectacle, that Coco discovered her true calling as a singer and a performer. With a voice that was both sultry and sweet, she quickly gained popularity, singing at various establishments, including the famous Moulin Rouge, where the likes of Toulouse-Lautrec and Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec would often gather to watch her perform. As she took to the stage, Coco's confidence grew, and with it, her desire for independence. She began to see the world in a different light, as a place where she could forge her own path and create her own destiny. The convent, with its strict rules and regulations, seemed like a distant memory, replaced by the thrill of the unknown and the promise of adventure. In 1908, Coco met Etienne de Bazin, a wealthy textile heir who would become her lover and patron. Their relationship marked a significant turning point in Coco's life, as it introduced her to the rarefied world of high society and provided her with the financial backing she needed to pursue her passions. Under Etienne's guidance, Coco began to develop her skills as a milliner, creating exquisite hats that quickly gained popularity among Paris's fashionable elite. She would often spend hours in Etienne's textile factory, watching the weavers at work and learning about the different fabrics and techniques used to create the finest clothes. This exposure sparked a newfound appreciation for the art of fashion, and Coco soon found herself envisioning a future where she could combine her love of music, performance, and design. As the years passed, Coco's talents as a designer continued to flourish. In 1910, she opened her own hat shop on the Rue Cambon, which rapidly became a hub for stylish women seeking the latest fashions. The shop was a reflection of Coco's personality: chic, sophisticated, and always ahead of the curve. The interior was designed by the renowned architect Louis Sue, featuring sleek lines, minimalist decor, and an abundance of natural light that poured in through the large windows. The atmosphere was electric, with the sound of laughter and chatter filling the air as women gathered to discuss the latest trends and fashions. Coco's designs were characterized by their simplicity, elegance, and attention to detail, qualities that would come to define her signature style. She was meticulous about every aspect of her craft, from the selection of materials to the finishing touches on each hat. Coco's commitment to using only the finest materials and craftsmanship also set her apart from her competitors, earning her a reputation as one of the most innovative and respected designers of her time. Her clients adored her, not just for her exquisite taste, but also for her unwavering dedication to empowering women through fashion. As Coco once remarked, "A girl should be two things, who and what she wants. The key to both is the same: confidence." This philosophy underpinned her entire approach to fashion, as she sought to create clothing that was both beautiful and liberating. One of the most significant events in Coco's career occurred in 1916 when she opened her first clothing store on the Rue Cambon. The shop was a revolutionary concept, featuring a modernist aesthetic that reflected Coco's growing interest in the avant-garde movement. The interior was adorned with sparse furnishings, an abundance of natural light, and a sense of airy freedom that was revolutionary for its time. The clothes themselves were a testament to Coco's innovative spirit: simple yet elegant, practical yet stylish. Coco's designs during this period were marked by their bold experimentation and innovative use of textiles. She introduced the concept of the little black dress, which became a staple of modern fashion and popularized the use of jersey fabric, a lightweight, flexible material that allowed women to move freely and comfortably. Her designs also reflected her fascination with the world of art, particularly the works of Pablo Picasso and Salvador Dalí, whose surrealist motifs and bold colors influenced her own creative vision. The result was a unique fusion of fashion and art, one that would come to define the modernist movement. As Coco's fame grew, so did her circle of acquaintances. She befriended many of the most prominent artists and intellectuals of the time, including Jean Cocteau, Igor Stravinsky, and Sergei Diaghilev. These relationships not only expanded her cultural horizons, but also provided her with a wealth of inspiration for her designs. Coco's association with the ballets Russes, for example, led to some of her most memorable creations, including the costumes she designed for their production of The Rite of Spring in 1913. The experience was exhilarating, as Coco found herself immersed in a world of music, dance, and theater, where the boundaries between art and fashion were constantly blurred. Throughout the 1920s, Coco continued to push the boundaries of fashion, experimenting with new materials, techniques, and ideas. She introduced the concept of ready-to-wear clothing, making high fashion accessible to women of all backgrounds and income levels. Her designs were no longer just for the elite, but for every woman who wanted to feel confident, stylish, and empowered. As Coco's legacy grew, so did her impact on the world of fashion. She had single-handedly revolutionized the industry, creating a new era of modernity and sophistication that would influence generations to come. As the 1930s dawned, Coco Chanel's empire continued to expand at an unprecedented rate, with her fashion house becoming a global phenomenon that transcended borders and cultures. The sound of sewing machines hummed in harmony with the chatter of seamstresses as they worked tirelessly to create garments that would soon adorn the bodies of women from all walks of life. She introduced the concept of perfume, launching her iconic scent, Chanel No. 5, which remains one of the most recognizable fragrances in the world. Its distinctive bottle and elegant packaging, a testament to Coco's unwavering attention to detail. The perfume's success was meteoric, with women clamoring to get their hands on the elusive fragrance that seemed to capture the essence of modernity and sophistication. As her designs became more streamlined, reflecting the modernity and simplicity that defined her aesthetic, Coco's influence extended far beyond the realm of fashion. She was a true pioneer, a woman who had single-handedly revolutionized the way women dressed, freeing them from the constraints of corsets and introducing a new era of comfort and practicality. The little black dress, once a revolutionary idea, had become a staple of women's wardrobes everywhere, a versatile and timeless garment that could be worn for any occasion. Women from all over the world flocked to her boutique on the Rue Cambon, eager to experience the magic of Chanel firsthand. Coco's personal life was also undergoing significant changes during this period. She had begun a romantic relationship with Hans Günther von Dinklage, a German aristocrat and Nazi intelligence officer, a union that would later raise questions about her involvement with the Nazi regime during World War II. She was a master strategist, always thinking several steps ahead, and her ability to adapt to changing circumstances would serve her well in the years to come. As the war drew to a close, Coco Chanel's fashion house was forced to shut down, and she fled to Switzerland, where she would remain in exile for several years. The Swiss Alps provided a serene backdrop for Coco's self-imposed exile, a time of reflection and introspection that allowed her to recharge and refocus. She spent her days reading, writing, and contemplating the future, her mind racing with ideas and possibilities. Upon her return to Paris, she found that the fashion world had changed dramatically. The rise of Christian Dior's new look had revolutionized women's fashion, and Coco's minimalist aesthetic seemed out of touch with the times. The city was abuzz with the sound of construction and renovation, as Parisians worked tirelessly to rebuild their beloved city. Undeterred by the changing landscape, Coco Chanel launched a comeback in 1954, reintroducing her classic designs with a modern twist. Her collections were met with critical acclaim, and she once again became a dominant force in the fashion world. The fabrics were luxurious, the cuts were impeccable, and the attention to detail was unparalleled. As she looked back on her life, Coco reflected, "A woman has the age she deserves, a testament to her unwavering dedication to empowering women through fashion. She believed that age was just a number, that a woman's true beauty and vitality came from within, and that with the right attitude and determination, anything was possible. In the final years of her life, Coco Chanel received numerous accolades for her contributions to fashion. She was awarded the Neiman Marcus Fashion Award in 1957, a prestigious honor that recognized her enduring influence on the industry. She was also named one of the most influential women of the 20th century by Time magazine, a testament to her profound impact on modern feminism and culture. As she approached the end of her life, Coco remained as fiercely independent and determined as ever, still working tirelessly on new designs and ideas. Her apartment at the Ritz Hotel was a hive of activity, with assistants and designers scurrying about, eager to bring her vision to life. Coco Chanel passed away on January 10, 1971, at the age of 87, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire and influence fashion designers around the world. Her impact extends far beyond the realm of fashion, however, as she played a significant role in shaping modern feminism and redefining the way women present themselves to the world. She was a true trailblazer, a woman who had shattered glass ceilings and pushed boundaries, paving the way for future generations of women to follow in her footsteps. Today, Coco Chanel is remembered as a true original, a woman who defied convention and forged her own path. Her designs continue to be celebrated for their timeless elegance and sophistication, and her influence can be seen in every aspect of popular culture, from fashion and beauty to art and music. Her story serves as a testament to the enduring power of creativity, perseverance, and determination, a reminder that understanding the lives of remarkable individuals helps us better understand ourselves, and that the impact of one person can be felt for generations to come. That's all for today's Biography with Plutarch. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, remember that understanding the lives of remarkable individuals helps us better understand ourselves.